This week, as you finish up your research papers, I want to talk about specifically editing and revising. And there are two places in the book that you need to read about editing and revising. And one is in chapter 2 on page 33. And this is just very general advice about how to revise any kind of writing, looking at mechanics and style and just general tips, getting feedback, things like that. We're going to talk about reflecting next for the next assignment after this one. But the most important part is going to be in chapter, I believe it's chapter 5 on writing the historical research paper. On page 111, there's a section on how to revise the paper. What I'd really like you to do is take a look at the research process diagram that's in, I believe it's in chapter 1, with the, the egg, the little topic inside the cloud with your research question, etc. See if you can map the content of your paper onto that research process diagram and make sure that you have really clearly stated the topic, context, and research question. Do you interpret and analyze the results? Make your findings clear to the reader. Have you stated the significance and implications of your research and the conclusion? And then one of the things that you're going to do is after you've written this research paper, now you really know what it is that you're saying. So go back and revise your research question. And then that'll shape your thesis statement as well. Revise the whole introduction. You turned in an introduction on Friday before you'd written the paper, but now that you've written the whole paper, you got to go back and fix that introduction so it really does reflect exactly what you want to say. Sometimes you really don't know what you want to say until after you've written the whole paper. And then revise that thesis statement, like I said before, and make sure that the order of the subjects in the paper are introduced in the same way in the thesis statement. Then you've got a great example here, another student example of a research paper before revision and then after revision, so you can see how the student has really clarified the content of the paper there. Look for style and grammar, formatting details. Use the rubric that I've posted on the assignment to help guide your editing. Make sure everything in your everything in that rubric you've checked for your paper. This is super important, this section here about citations, bibliography, labels for musical examples. You need to read these chapters, chapter 11, chapter 9 for the musical examples. I'm going to post another video on my pet peeves that has part of the musical examples and citations and bibliography issues in it. All right, so I look forward to your finished papers that are beautifully edited.